chair back, my bag beside the hall. The heat was on the rooftops, the wind came through the door, and every little movement made me want the shore. I do not need a reason, I can feel it in the air. The road is getting brighter, and the sea is somewhere there. Salt air morning, pulling me away past the quiet houses toward the open bay. The sun is getting warmer, the breeze is running wide. I feel the summer calling from the other side. From the other side. White walls along the hillside, green doors half awake, a towel on the balcony moving like a wave. The street is slow and golden, the sandals by my feet. I hear the water waiting at the end of every street. I used to let the morning pass me by too soon. Now I follow sunlight down the road before noon. Salt air morning, moving through my hands, cool enough to lead me past the sleepy land. The heat is on my shoulder, the shade is close behind. I feel the whole day opening like a coastline in my mind. If the day grows heavy, I will take the ocean road. Let the wind undo me where the clear blue water flows. I have carried smaller rooms than the sky outside my door. Now the morning feels wider than it ever did before. Salt air morning, take me where you go, past the sunlit windows to the water down below. The road is getting lighter, the sea is opening wide. I feel the summer calling, and I am ready for the ride. The bag is by the doorway, the blue is down the road. I breathe in the morning, and I go.
The road wakes up in sunlight, white walls on either side. My shirt catches the sea wind, and the morning feels alive. The blue line past the houses keeps pulling me along. The heat is on the pavement, but the breeze is running strong. I can feel the day lift with every turning street. The coast is getting closer underneath my feet. Blue road by the sea, keep the morning moving. Take the heat off my shoulders, let the white air through me. The sky opens higher, the water calls ahead. I feel the summer rising on the blue road by the sea. On the blue road by the sea. Green doors along the hillside, bright towels in the air, sandals by the stairway, salt wind everywhere. The town is awake and brighter with sunlight on the stone. Every corner turns me closer to the coast. I do not need a map now, I can follow where it leads. The road is full of color and the ocean is in reach. Blue road by the sea, keep the rhythm rolling past the sunlit windows where the warm wind opens. The day feels wider, the water pulls me near. I feel the summer rising, and I want to disappear. And I want to disappear. If the the afternoon gets heavy, I will take the coastal line. Let the wind run through me, let the water clear my mind. I have stayed in smaller places than this bright and open view. Now the road keeps unfolding and the whole day turns blue. Oh, blue road by the sea, keep the morning moving. Take the heat off my shoulders, let the white air through me. The sky opens higher, the water calls ahead. I feel the summer rising on the blue road by the sea. On the blue road by the sea. The road runs bright, the water breeze. I follow the morning down to the sea.
I left my shoes by the doorway with the heat still on the stone. The beach was getting closer, like it knew I'd come alone. A white path through the grasses kept turning toward the blue, and every step was lighter than the one I used to use. I can feel the shoreline pull the morning through my hands. The wind is full of motion and the sky is full of sand. Barefoot light running over me, warm on the pavement, cool beside the sea. The day keeps getting wider, the water calls my name. I feel the summer lifting, and I am not the same. And I am not the same. Blue towels on the railing, green doors open wide. Salt there in the alleys, sunlight on the tide. The whole town feels awake now, with color on the walls, and every little corner keeps leading where it calls. I do not need to hurry, but I do not want to stay. The coast is right before me and the wind knows the way. Barefoot light moving through the street, warm across my shoulders, cool beneath my feet. The day keeps getting brighter, the water opens wide. I feel the summer rising from the blue on every side. If the heat gets heavy, I will follow where it clears, down between the houses, to the sound that pulls me near. I have waited through the seasons for a morning just like this, where the world feels wide enough to step into it. Barefoot light running over me, warm on the pavement, cool beside the sea. The sky opens higher, the road falls behind. I feel the summer calling through the shoreline in my mind. The sand turns warm, the water breeze. I take one step and find the sea.
The beach opens before me with heat along the sand. My shirt moves in the sea wind like a flag inside my hand. The town is right behind me, white rooftops in the sun. But every step gets lighter when the water starts to run. I can feel the blue air pull the morning through my chest. The shoreline keeps on moving, and I move with it best where the waves stay soft.
I feel the day begin.
Warm light on my shoulders,
Cool water moving in.
the heat is on the hillside,
The breeze is running wide,
and I can hear the summer
turning with the tide. Turning with the tide.
Small boats by the harbor lean bright against the rope.
Blue paint on the doorway makes the whole street open.
A towel on the railing, a lemon tree below.
The road keeps spilling sunlight where the beach begins to glow.
I do not need to name it, I can feel it in my feet. The coast is full of motion and the air tastes clean
Where the waves stay soft, I let the morning in.
Warm stone under my footsteps,
Cool water on my skin.
sky is getting wider,
The wind is moving free,
and I can feel the summer
opening in me. Opening in me.
If the sun gets heavy,
I will walk beside the phone.
let the coast untie me.
From the places I have known.
I waited for this weather,
For this color, for this sound.
now the day runs through me.
And my heart is coming down.
Where the waves stay soft,
I feel the day begin.
warm light on my shoulders,
Cool water moving in.
the heat is on the hillside,
The breeze is running wide,
and I can hear the summer
turning with the tide. Turning with the tide.
The sand stays warm,
The water breeze.
I follow the blue down to the sea.
The sun is on my shoulder as I walk above the bay. White walls catch the morning and throw it back my way. My hair moves with the sea wind, my hands are open wide. The heat is on the hillside, but the blue is by my side. I can feel the day lift with every step I take. The coast is getting brighter, and I am more awake. Sun on my shoulder, wind across my skin. The road keeps getting lighter, and the water pulls me in. I feel the summer rising, not loud but clear and wide. Like the whole bright morning is moving by my side. A blue chair by the doorway, a towel on the line. Lemon trees in the courtyard, turning golden time. The street bends toward the harbor with color on the stone. And every little turning makes me feel less alone. I do not need a reason, I can feel it in the breeze. The day is running forward with the salt air through the trees. Sun on my shoulder, light across the street. Warm above the rooftops, cool beneath my feet. I feel the summer opening where the water meets the sky. And something in the morning keeps lifting me inside. If the heat gets heavy, I will follow where it clears. Down between the houses to the blue that waits near. I have carried smaller weather than this open kind of day. Now the coast is all around me and the weight begins to fade. Sun on my shoulder, wind across my skin. The road keeps getting lighter and the water pulls me in. I feel the summer rising, not loud but clear and wide, like the whole bright morning is moving by my side. The sun stays warm, the water breeze. I follow the light down to the sea.
The shade beside the doorway feels cooler than the street. White walls hold the sunlight, but the wind moves underneath. A shirt along the railing leans softly toward the bay, and every quiet corner lets the heat drift away. I take the lower road where the houses meet the blue, not chasing after summer, just letting it come through. It feels a little cooler here, where the sea comes into view. The sunlight stays around me, but the wind is passing through. I keep walking toward the water with the morning in my ear, and the day becomes lighter, a little cooler here. Green doors along the corner open to the lane. Sand beneath the stairway, salt across the frame. The market fades behind me, the harbor starts to clear. Not in a sudden moment, but slowly drawing near. I do not need a reason for the road to feel this kind. Some places make more room without asking for my mind. It feels a little cooler here, with the blue beside the town. The heat is still above me, but the breeze is coming down. I keep walking toward the water with the light across my skin, and something opens quietly where the coast begins. If the afternoon gets heavy, I will let the shoreline lead, past the windows, past the rooftops, to the air that lets me breathe. I have carried smaller weather than this wide and simple view, but the sea keeps moving gently through the places I outgrew. It feels a little cooler here, where the sea comes into view. The sunlight stays around me, but the wind is passing through. I keep walking toward the water with the morning in my ear, and the whole day softens a little cooler here. The road runs bright, the water near. I breathe it in, a little cooler here.
beach is full of footsteps and towels in the sun. I walk beside the water where the warmer hours run. A hat beside my shoulder, a shadow on the sand. The day feels wide and simple, like it fits inside my hands. I do not need to hurry, I can feel the shoreline move. The air is bright around me and the afternoon feels new. Sand between the hours, summer in the air. Warm light on the pavement, cool wind everywhere. I keep walking by the water with the blue beside my feet. And the day feels easy where the sky and ocean meet. A small shop by the corner keeps its doorway open wide. Green bottles in the window catch the color from outside. The road behind is fading, the harbor comes in clear, and every sound around me makes the water feel more near. I used to count the minutes like the day would disappear. Now I let them loosen with the tide so close to here. Sand between the hours, moving through the day. Sunlight on my shoulder, blue air on the way. I keep walking by the water with the breeze around my sleeve. And the summer feels lighter than I thought it had to be. If the heat gets heavy, I will step beside the foam. Let the coast remind me I do not have to hold. Every little second can fall through open hands and still leave something golden in the middle of the sand. Sand between the hours, summer in the air. Warm light on the pavement, cool wind everywhere. I keep walking by the water with the blue beside my feet. And the day feels easy where the sky and ocean meet. The tide moves close, the road feels far. I breathe the day just as we are.
Tide moves easy past the boats along the bay. My feet are on the warm road, but the wind keeps finding shade. A blue shirt on a railing, a glass door open wide. The town is full of color and the water pulls the light. I can feel the morning turning with the coast. Not too fast, not too quiet, just enough to carry hope. The tide moves easy, and I move easy too. Down where the heat gets softer and the air turns blue. The day keeps rolling forward with the water by my side. I feel the summer loosen like a breath I never tried. A small road by the harbor curves around the stone. Bright fruit in the markets, all drying on the clothes. The steps below the houses lead straight into the breeze, and every little turning brings the shoreline back to me. I do not need to chase it, I can let the rhythm stay. The water knows the time and the wind knows the way. The tide moves easy, and I move easy now. Past the sunlit corners where the warm streets open out. The day keeps rolling forward with the blue against my feet. I feel the summer settle into something I can keep. If the heat gets heavy, I will follow where it bends down beside the harbor where the clear road ends. There is a room in every turning, there is air between the lines, and the sea keeps moving without asking me for time. The tide moves easy, and I move easy too, down where the heat gets softer and the air turns blue. The day keeps rolling forward with the water by my side. I feel the summer loosen like a breath I never tried. The tide moves close, the road runs clear, I breathe the blue and stay right here. The curtain moves beside me like it knows the tide. A glass of water warming in the morning light. The road below the window turns slowly toward the bay, and every little sound outside feels easier today. I leave the room unguarded, let the air come through. The day is getting brighter without asking me to move. Open window, ocean view. The heat is on the rooftops, but the wind is passing through. I sit close to the morning with the water drawing near, and the whole day feels softer when the coast is this clear. White sheets on the balcony, lean into the sun. A blue door down the hillside opens one by one. The harbor is not calling in a loud or hurried way. It only keeps on breathing at the edge of the day. I do not need a reason for the light to feel this new. Some places make me lighter just by letting air move through. Stays around me, but the breeze is moving through. I can hear the lower street and the water somewhere near, and the morning settles softly when the coast is this clear. If the afternoon grows heavy, I will keep the window wide. Let the sea air cross the table, let the blue stay by my side. I have lived in smaller weather, I have held a narrower room, but the horizon makes it wider when it quietly comes through. Open window, ocean view. The heat is on the rooftops, but the wind is passing through. I sit close to the morning with the water drawing near, and the whole day feels softer when the coast is this clear. The curtain moves, the water nears. I breathe it in and stay right here. The day is warm already on the stones below my feet. White houses hold the sunlight above the narrow street. A blue shirt on the railing moves softly toward the bay, and every open window lets the heat drift away. I follow where the air goes down between the walls. The water waits below me, clear enough to call. Warm day, clear water, I can feel the morning change. The sun is close around me, but the breeze knows my name. I keep walking toward the harbor with the blue coming near, and everything feels lighter when the water is clear. A table near the corner keeps a glass beside the shade. The market opens slowly in a calm and simple way. The road bends past the garden where the lemon branches lean, and somewhere past the rooftops the sea is turning green. I do not need to hurry for the day to feel alive. Some places move more gently and still make me arrive. Warm day, clear water, there is color in the air. The heat stays on the hillside, but the wind is everywhere. I keep walking toward the harbor with the sky becoming clear, and something in me settles when the water is near. If the afternoon grows heavy, I will let the shoreline lead, past the bright walls and the doorways to the air that lets me breathe. I have carried smaller weather than this quiet open view, but the sea makes room around me when it comes into the blue. Warm day, clear water, I can feel the morning change. The sun is close around me, but the breeze knows my name. I keep walking toward the harbor with the blue coming near, and everything feels lighter when the water is clear. The road runs warm, the water nears. I breathe it in and stay right here. The afternoon is warmer on the road above the bay. White houses hold their color in a quiet summer way. My hand runs past the railing, the wind moves through my sleeve, and every step feels lighter than the one I used to keep. I follow where the coast bends, not asking where it leads. The water keeps its distance, but it still feels close to me. Coastline afternoon, the heat is in the stone, but the wind keeps moving through me like I am not alone. The road keeps turning slowly with the blue beside my view, and I feel the day grow softer in this coastline afternoon. A yellow chair is waiting outside a shaded door. A glass reflects the harbor, then settles like before. The market sounds behind me grow smaller in the air, and somewhere past the rooftops the sea is always there. I do not need to hurry for the light to feel alive. Some moments move more gently and still arrive on time. Coastline afternoon, the sky is wide and clear. The sun stays on my shoulder, but the breeze is drawing near. The road keeps turning slowly where the white walls meet the blue, and I let the day move through me in this coastline afternoon. If the hour starts to fade, I will keep the window open. Let the sea air find the places I forgot were softly broken. I have carried smaller weather than this water, this view, but the
coast makes room around me without asking me to choose. Coastline afternoon, the heat is in the stone, but the wind keeps moving through me like I am not alone. The road keeps turning slowly with the blue beside my view, and I feel the day grow softer in this coastline afternoon. The road bends slow, the water nears. I breathe the blue and leave it here.
Light moves on the water in a slow and easy line. The harbor keeps its color underneath the summer sky. The chair beside the doorway rests half inside the shade, and every sound around me feels softer near the bay. I follow where the air turns, past the walls of white and blue. The day is warm around me, but the sea keeps coming through. Light moves on the water, and the morning moves in me. Not rushing toward an answer, not trying to be free. The heat is on the hillside, the breeze is by the door, and I can feel the whole day opening a little more. The boat below the railing rocks gently with the line. Green leaves along the pathway turn softly in the light. The market sounds behind me fade into the air, and somewhere past the rooftops the water waits there. I do not need to hold it for the moment to feel clear. Some places stay inside me when I let them disappear. Light moves on the water with the blue beside the town. The sun stays close above me, but the wind keeps coming down. I keep walking toward the harbor with the road beneath my feet, and the summer feels quiet in a way that still moves me. If the afternoon grows heavy, I will let the water lead past the bright walls and the gardens to the air that lets me breathe. I have carried smaller weather than this open coastal view, but the sea makes room around me without asking what to do. Light moves on the water, and the morning moves in me. Not rushing toward an answer, not trying to be free. The heat is on the hillside, the breeze is by the door, and I can feel the whole day opening a little more. The water turns, the road stays clear. I breathe the blue and leave it here.
Under the beach umbrella, the heat begins to fall. A towel holds the sunlight beside the painted wall. The water keeps its distance, but I can hear it near, moving through the afternoon, clear enough to feel. I let the shade come closer, let the day slow down. not enough to make me tired, just enough to cool the ground. Under the beach umbrella, I can breathe the summer in. The sun is still above me, but the wind is on my skin. I sit close to the water with the blue beside my view, and the whole day feels softer when the shade comes through. A book lies on the table with a corner turning light. Sand is on my sandals and salt is in the white. Two glasses by the window catch the color from the sea, and every little movement brings the coast back into me. I do not need to leave yet, I do not need to stay. Some hours feel more open when they gently drift away. Under the beach umbrella, the afternoon feels clear. The heat is still around me, but the breeze is drawing near. I sit close to the water with the road behind the blue, and something in me settles when the shade comes through. If the light gets too heavy, I will let the shadows lean over my hands, over my shoulders, over everything between. I have carried smaller weather than this open summer air, but the sea makes room around me without asking why I'm there. Under the beach umbrella, I can breathe the summer in. The sun is still above me, but the wind is on my skin. I sit close to the water with the blue beside my view, and the whole day feels softer when the shade comes through. The shade moves slow, the water nears. I breathe the day and leave it here.
The path below the houses turns brighter near the blue. A towel on the railing moves as the wind comes through. The afternoon is warmer on the white stone by the door, but every little corner brings me closer to the shore. I follow where the road bends with the heat behind my feet. The water is not far now, I can hear it through the street. Steps to the shore and the day starts moving. Sun on the rooftops, wind coming through. I keep walking down where the bright road opens. Every little turn brings me closer to blue. Gate by the garden rests open in the light. Sand along the stairway catches on the white. The market sounds behind me fade into the air, and somewhere past the corner the sea is waiting there. I do not need an answer for the day to feel this clear. The coast is getting closer and the sky is drawing near. Steps to the shore and the road feels lighter. Heat on my shoulder, blue in the view. I keep walking down where the warm wind opens. Something in the morning pulls me closer to you. I let the summer find me without asking what it means. Just the road,
just the weather,
just the salt air in between.
Steps to the shore and the day starts moving. Sun on the rooftops, wind coming through. I keep walking down where the bright road opens. Every little turn brings me closer to blue. The road bends low, the water nears. I breathe the blue and leave it here. The last light on the water moves between the boats. White shirts on the balcony lift in the evening glow. The road behind the houses still holds the summer heat, but the wind comes from the harbor and cools the narrow street. I do not need to keep it for the day to stay with me. Some moments leave more clearly when they move into the sea. The sea lets go and the day keeps breathing. Sun on the rooftops, wind in the blue. I keep walking home with the salt air in me, not trying to hold what the tide carried through. A chair beside the doorway leans back into the shade. The market sounds are fading down the lower lane. A small boat turns its color where the harbor opens wide, and everything feels lighter with the water at my side. I used to ask the evening to explain the way it changed. Now I let the coastline leave its color where it came. The sea lets go and the road keeps turning, warm on the stone with the breeze coming through. I keep walking home with the blue behind me, not empty, not lost, just a little more true. If the light moves out slowly, I will let it take its time. If the shore becomes a memory, I will keep the air inside. I have carried smaller mornings than this open kind of view, but the water leaves me wider when it fades into the blue. The sea lets go and the day keeps breathing. Sun on the rooftops, wind in the blue. I keep walking home with the salt air